Everybody asked me to be silent, but I already muted. So, today in this episode, I am sharing another wonderful story of Unmuted with Bismi Palatty with my unicorn mentor, Kate Edwards. So, welcome to my show, Kate, and so grateful to hear your stories and how you became this powerful influencer and then helping people through your health and then and a secret at the end. So I really want to invite you to my podcast called Unmuted with Bismi Palatty. Welcome.
Thank you, darling. So honored to be here. And yes, oh my gosh, what a journey, what a roller coaster, what an adventure. And we're on it together. And I'm so grateful that we met, a few years ago now and have started an incredible journey together. So thank you for having me.
Great. I know that your part is more of like a health and intelligence and picking AI together, and then how you can help everyone, especially women in your case. And then you have a special passion to the single mother group, and then you got your own freedom group of people. They are actually shining, not just thriving, they're going into the higher level. And that's what the power that I want to give to my audience today through this podcast. So tell me about your story of like in a surviving mode of a single mother to that thriving mode of like, empowering woman at this stage, please.
Absolutely. And thank you for inviting me to share because I think that there's still a lot of women out there that suffer in silence. And if we can just change one woman's life with a story, we've definitely done our job. So,
Mm.
so I actually came to Australia with a backpack and a dream in 2011. Thought I was going to live with all the cool kids on Home and Away, but that didn't actually happen. I began, a very extraordinary journey traveling around Australia, and met and fell in love with a cowboy that I thought that was going to be the love of my life. I had my beautiful little baby boy Harry, who was an absolute angel that was sent to me, and through a few complications of a pregnancy, and he came into the world. We were going through some rough times with myself and my partner whilst I was pregnant, and I didn't really realize what I was getting into. And when I had my little boy, everything changed. I became I think that I was a corporate woman that it was thrown into a very unknown territory of motherhood, which I didn't really understand what was going to happen to me, my body, my mind, my control over my own life, and the fact that this little human depended upon me through
Mm.
every moment of his life. And I think that that was the first and foremost thing that kind of sent me into a spiraling terror of, oh my gosh, this is new territory. Like I don't have control over anything. And because I think that as corporate women, we have we've always been in control. We've always done the things, and I always had money in my bank. I always had a direction. I always had a routine. Um,
Mm.
and moving into a relationship that was moving quite very swiftly into a violent relationship, and a very, very tormented, emotional relationship that I was not. I didn't really know how to handle that. It sent me into a spiral of depression. It sent me
Mm.
into a spiral of panic, because again, I was a migrant here with no family, nobody to lean on, and
Mm.
it was probably one of the most difficult times of my life. And I went into survival mode. And I think that that's what we do as women. We just go into
Mm.
survival mode and do what we can to survive.
Mm. Yeah, so from like lovely girl finding out what's Australia, now you are actually making a big dream for Harry. That's the powerful motherhood that I can see in you, Kate, because yes, you didn't know what to do as a mother. You were a corporate woman, you fell into that love and you loved Australia as a migrant mindset or whatever all the troubles and barriers that you experienced as a migrant, but you have gone so far breaking all those barriers into a real high potential, and you are making waves in all whole social media. And more than that, you're making people's body, mind, and spirit into a healthy system. That's what the real amazing journey that you had, Kate. And that's how we reconnected again, and then helping all the women empowering themselves, not only in Australia, but again in my home country back in India as well. So tell me about your journey of a mother, and then give me a word that you can connect to your motherhood and your life with your Harry. I know that Harry is all over in your life because your passion is helping him and people like Harry. So tell me one word when you think about motherhood.
One word when I think
Lots of, right?
motherhood.
Lots of roles. Yeah.
Unexpected,
Hmm. Yeah.
hard, um, rewarding.
Rewarding. Yeah.
I think that there's a few different emotions that come up there.
Yeah.
Because my initial journey was extremely hard, but
Hmm.
now I see it as it's made the woman who I am today.
Correct.
And I believe that if I didn't have a lot of those barriers that I was faced against, I wouldn't be as strong as I am today.
All right. So I'm actually picking that in unexpected. And my audience, if you want to know what's that story, unexpected story of Kate, I have her episode in my radio show. So go to my YouTube channel and then you can see that, the real story in high explanation. I'm not going into their Kate because I want to pick up the brain of a single mother to a very highly active influencer and a business owner. That's what I want to know. How we can that surviving mode can go into the thriving mode. So help our audience who are listening now, single mothers, and trying to figure out what is going to happen in my life because I don't have any financial freedom. I don't have any community. I don't have anything, any ideas. Even though the AI is helping to figure out the ideas, nothing is connecting to my heart. So tell us or help us to climb that ladder of motivation and then bring your passion into a business so that we can become a person, become a mother who got financial freedom, and at the same time help the fellow human being.
Oh, and I think that realistically, it begins with just keeping it simple and just
Mm,
setting small goals that are easily achievable. Because we all know that we when we love to achieve things, it's okay, creating these amazing, wild dreams and goals that you can hit in, 3, 4, maybe 5 years' time. But
yes.
for me, it was about achieving goals that I could hit daily.
Yep.
It was daily survival, it was weekly income, it was
Mm,
it was 2 weekly um goals that I
mm,
could see a tick on the board. I
yep.
could see something that I'd actually achieved and that I was proud of. So it started very, very small, and then I craved for more. I
Mm,
wanted more. I knew that I
yep.
could do more. I could see that people needed more,
Yep.
and that want to help others just became so passionate and so strong that it drives me every single day now to just to do more, to be more, to see
Yep.
more, and to deliver more, because we as humans are so powerful. We just don't understand how to set a very small goal and work from there. And I think that, again, it's keeping it very, very simple, so we
Mm,
become excited about the goals that we can achieve, and we keep going, because we are women, we are extraordinary humans that can, give birth to another human. There is nothing more extraordinary on this earth than us as women. And I think that, holding our own passion in our power,
mm,
it's really just making a path. It's creating
yeah.
your yellow brick road. And what does that yellow brick road look like? Because
Yeah.
everybody's yellow brick road is different.
Yes. Yeah. That is like, the way that you're sharing also giving us that motivation. Yes, I need to find out what is my yellow brick road. Yeah, that's what really motivating. I would love to hear about your unicorn moment that you started and then the bunch of people around you and then you helping them. Can you give us a little bit of an idea how did you start that and why unicorn?
Yes, absolutely. So those of you who are familiar of what a unicorn is, it's an extraordinary creature. It's one of a kind, and also if you're wanting to build a unicorn business, it's a very extraordinary business. And
Mm,
when I came to fruition and looking at a brand and wanting to actually create something that would give women a space to be free, to be, to be loved, to be seen, to be heard. And also that space of networking. When I reached that high performance potential, I was very lonely. And I
mm,
wanted to find other women that I could have the conversations with, look at how people were performing, have conversations that I wouldn't be able to have with my friends.
yeah,
And so the unicorn brand was born. And it's turned into lots of different arms at the moment, which is very exciting.
yeah.
But initially, I just wanted to help women thrive.
Mm-hmm.
And that was at the core of my heart. I knew that I was a single mum, that I was a single mum, and that I had achieved what I had achieved as a single mum,
Mm-hmm.
with my little boy as my driver. I have a goal for him. And
Yeah,
I knew that if I could inspire 10, just 10 other mums to be the driver for their children or for their goal or for their yellow brick road, we were fighting together. We weren't alone anymore.
yes.
So it
So
just
yeah.
felt like this extraordinary community just kept building and building and building. And, I just wanted to understand what was your why, what is your why? What do you actually want to achieve out of life before,
Mm,
it's over?
yeah.
And
So I know.
how could we live to the optimal health and make sure that we're not born in diapers and we don't leave this world in diapers,
Yeah.
because that is a very, very harsh reality of what is happening right now. So
Mm.
very passionate about wealth, very passionate about health, very passionate about other people's goals and how to set their yellow brick road.
Yeah. So from that unicorn moment, you started to help the women, but now you are an icon in social media for empowerment because you are so vulnerable, talking about you and your life with Harry and all other things and how you gone up there. And then new tagline for you is the Prism Lady. Talk me,
Yes,
like, tell me about
absolutely.
your Prism Lady life and
Well,
what's that and how we can involve.
the Prism Lady. Oh my gosh, I love that. And I just think that there's so many exciting things happening in the world, and AI can be a very scary place. And we're all very aware of the world that is changing right now. But the intelligent wellness space that is coming through the world at the moment is being driven by a company that I'm so very very grateful to be partnered with over the last 9 years, and that we are now driving a wellness program to create billions of healthy homes. And this is
Mm,
driven by Prism IO, which is a little mini device that basically measures your antioxidant levels in 15 seconds. It's just
mhm,
via a fingerprint. You pop it on the device and it gives you a score. And it pretty much gamifies your competition with yourself, with your health.
mm,
And I think that, having such a driven mission to create hundreds and thousands, even millions, even billions across the world of healthy households, it's a pretty good trend to be part
mm.
of.
Yeah.
And I think that with technology at the moment, and if we all kind of dig deep into ourself, into our soul, into
Mm,
our, the bottom of our minds of, are we really living optimally? Are we really healthy? Are we looking after ourselves, our mind, our body, our physical condition? And the
mm,
answer is no, because we don't know what we're putting in our mouths to
mm,
fuel our body. And
Yeah.
this is the final time where we can finally measure our health. We have never been able to do this before in the
Yeah.
world.
Correct.
So this little device is about to go extremely viral across the world, and we're very, very lucky to be driving this into India with a great team of women, which is partnered with you, Bismi, which is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. So if you don't know what is that prism lady, what's happening with that prism, I also partnered with Kate and the big team of that impacts happening right now in India. Some of our leaders are in India from New Zealand, and Kate also going to India soon. So there is something happening, exciting thing happening in India. Not only that, Kate and myself is partnering here to do some sessions to touch that magic prism and then see how your body is reacting, how is your antioxidants are happening. I love the word that you mentioned, competing yourself to your health, because everybody is competing with other people in this rat race world. You are not even thinking about your health, so you need to check what's your body, what is happening in your body, how that is reacting. I know that all of them are having their multivitamin tablets or all healthy rituals, but are you checking that in a regular basis? Or is that AI is telling you what is happening with your body? Because everywhere is AI. AI is telling what to talk, how to dress, how to coach, but are they talking how your body is now and what you need to eat or drink? That's what this Prism IO is going to tell you. So that's an AI intellectual property of this particular mission, and connecting with amazing IT companies and bringing that body like the superpower. I heard from other speaker the other day that your body is the richest, like the powerful equipment that you can buy, and then you own it without any other mortgage or any other loan. So you own that body, but you are not really maintaining that body, and that's what this Prism lady is doing in Australia. We launched, and we are like excited to be part of this journey with you, Kate, and you are making amazing experience and changes. And I wish a day in Australia and in you and the whole world, like in every homeowner got this Prismayo and then check what's their health and then how their body can prepare for that day. Like, what can be the breakfast depending upon that health check that's happening every day. So I'm really excited about it. And for single mothers, if you think that, oh, this is the high-end ticket or I can't really manage, it is not. If you want to really know how you can be part of this moment as a business owner, please connect with Kate, and then she will like an amazingly help you to be the part of this moment. And that's where I partnered with Kate, and then we are launching amazing things along with our She Rise Foundation to help the women, especially the women going through the tough time. So thank you, Kate, for helping us into that moment and then bringing those ideas and elements into our journey. I just want to check with you. I know that you're ready for another session soon, but I just want you to share with our audience what are the three top skill set that you always keeping with you to be active all the time. Whatever happens, you're always active and energetic. What will be the three things or the three qualities that you keeping in your life for that?
Oh my goodness, my number one has to be my why. And I have
Mhm.
a I have a very dedicated, large why. And that is, for my little boy, I need to keep going for him. I need to create a legacy for him. I need to do this because he needs to live an incredible life when I'm not here. I'm a migrant. I don't have any family here. Who's
Mm,
going to look after him if I'm not here? So the fact that if I don't turn up, who's going to
mhm.
turn up for my son? So that's my number one and foremost. Number two is I think I was born with eccentric energy. And I think that it's a superpower that I just love to share because
Hmm.
I think that sometimes when you're feeling a little bit low and you don't really have the motivation to keep going, you have to tune into somebody. And I love to feel like I'm helping somebody, with their next move, with just getting up every day, and if I have a gift, my gift is energy. So that's going to be number two for me. And number three, I think that I want to show up for me.
Hmm.
I love me so much more than I ever did. I feel like, I need to show up, and I just feel like I have a disservice if I don't show up. I love
Mm.
showing up every day. I love inspiring people, and what keeps me motivated is seeing other people achieve their goals, doing things that they never thought that they could do. And that keeps me going every single day because I see somebody achieving something every single day that they never thought they could. So I think that you just have to surround yourself with people. They're going to
Hmm.
lift you up, inspire you every day, and not bring you down or bring you any negativity because we're here for a good time, and a long time. And I think that with the time that we have on this beautiful earth, we need to treat it with the respect and the love and the care that it really deserves. So it's keeping faith in your heart that you can move forward, and you can really pray that you've got everything in your hands. And I think that that's a very good value to keep.
Wow. Lots of nuggets from there. So, audience, if you listen to her, I think I would recommend just do a bit of like a rewind and hear it again because the way that she started with that power, the superpower that she has, everyone got some superpower, but they may not identifying what it is. So, you got that energy that you're born with that super energy. That's your superpower. So, find out what is your superpower. My friends are out there, and then she picked up that always feel happiness, feel motivated when we help other person, when we see that she is helping other person to achieve their dream that they can't really feel that before. That's a wonderful way of gratitude to the whole world because you're helping other person, that person is bringing up that happiness and successful energy back to you. So that's awesome thing. And I love the way that that prayer that's connecting to you, to your core. Self-love is always the capsule that you were mentioning, that you need to love yourself more than anything and more than anybody. So that will help you to do better and better in your life. So that's an amazing capsule that every person, not just single mothers, every person should be concentrating. Find out your superpower. I love that. I need to think what is my superpower and then motivate myself to utilize my superpower. That's one thing that tell your brain that you are in high energy. You are there to make the waves and making different changes to the people. So that's a great motivation, Kate, and I would love to conclude with a suggestion or maybe a rule or a advice to all the single mothers trying to become, I would say, millionaires or the financially freedom, as a vision for 2026. What can be the suggestion that you can share with them so that they can start building their financial freedom this year?
Yeah, absolutely. And it just starts with you. Thank you for
Yeah,
having me. I really, really appreciate it. And I can't wait for the future.
yeah. So it's a very simple answer. I was like waiting for a bit more longer conversation, what you will be saying. But that is the big thing. Always we feel that we need to look at other people. You need to follow whatever other people doing, and especially compete with other people or maybe plan different things. No, I think those are actually coming bit later. The first thing that you need to work on yourself, do that self-love that will carry you and will give you that values. And that's what I can see you in, Kate, day by day. You were inaugurating some places the other day. You were in another NGV gala, and then you were with, like, other like all these celebrities, and you are our celebrity because you are achieving whatever that you are dreaming in your life only because you love yourself. You clearly showcasing that I love myself, my body, my soul, and my spirit. So that's a clear motivation that Kate, that you can give to other wonderful people around you, and even through the podcast to the people around the world, how they can motivate and make their dreams true only by doing that simple ritual of self-love. So thank you, Kate,
Yeah, no,
for
my absolute
joining.
pleasure. And you know, and it's been a wild journey. And as again, you know, as a corporate woman, I was always programmed to help, you know, to become successful in a very individual way. But now I get to celebrate helping other people become successful, and it's been the greatest journey of my life. So to be driven to help other people to become successful will inevitably bring you the greatest success of all.
Great. Thank you so much, Kate. So, if you think that this conversation made some impact in you and you think that you can motivate yourself by self love, practicing that, please do a comment or review our podcast and subscribe to us. This is happening in YouTube and in the Spotify as well. And I'll bring another wonderful person with lots of nuggets that you can experience and practice and make that as a call to action to become the best version. So, if you want to know more about this Prism lady, connect with her. I will be adding her contact details and come and enjoy our bio tagging of finding out what's happening in your body free. That's happening soon in Victoria and around Melbourne, and I will be adding those details within a week or so under this video's comment. So let's enjoy our body, mind, and soul and become the best version of ourselves. That can be our 2026 resolution. So thank you again for listening to Unmuted with Bismi Palatty. Thank you.